Hey, I wanted to talk about a really interesting article that was written in Fortune magazine. Got it here, by Oriana Royal. I was quoted. I shared my thoughts. So thank you so much, Oriana, for featuring me in the article. The title of the article is super interesting, and the context is, and this lady posted it on TikTok, that they went for a job and they were told that they didn't get the job because she, and I'm going to quote, hadn't put enough effort in to her appearance. So really interesting, right? And so the question is do looks matter? No, not say looks. Does appearance matter? And for me, absolutely. I mean, it matters. Now, two things here. So the hiring manager, the company, I mean, absolutely not should you be discriminating based on someone's appearance. I mean, that is probably against every country's laws, and it's discriminatory, and you got to be like really careful. So that's just for the hiring manager. For individuals, for the lady that went for the interview, for any of us that are trying to, get that next job, win that piece of work, whatever. First impressions matter. Appearance does matter. Dressing appropriately for the occasion matters. It's like you go to see a lawyer or a doctor, and generally, like 99.9% of the time, they're going to be smart. They're in the suit. They look like a lawyer. They look like a doctor. Or you go for your yoga class, and they're going to be dressed in gym wear, not in a suit. I mean, look, it may sound funny, but look, that is how the world works. And appearance matters. How you turn up matters. Turn up, dressed appropriately, standing tall, shoulders back, best foot forward. That's how you walk into an interview, walk into a client pitch. You feel good, you look good, you feel good, all of that stuff, right? So this is something that we as individuals can control, right? Whether we like it or not, whether it shouldn't work like that, whatever, right? Like, it does work like that. First impressions absolutely matter. I'm going to give you an example about myself. I had two meetings. This was a few years ago now. First meeting was with a bank. Second meeting was with a tech firm. So I got dressed, got on like a nice suit, got the tie on, top button done up, and I walked in. I felt great. I walked into the meeting, and it was a bank. Everyone was dressed in a suit and tie. Back in those days, it's changed a bit now. And I felt good. I fitted in. First impression was great. And then just the rest of the meeting went well, right? And that was down to me. Like the questions, my approach, whatever, right? Got the exec search. Then in the afternoon, I went to see this tech firm, and I walked in my suit and tie with the top button done up, and they took one look at me and showed me the exit door. I didn't fit in. They were wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I was like, damn, how could I be so stupid? Like, why didn't I bring a change of clothes? Hadn't even thought about it. Huge lesson for me. From that point on, I've been so mindful of how I turn up, what I wear. And as you get on in life, you get more confident. You can be yourself, right? Like, I'm not saying like, conform. I mean, sometimes you have to conform, and you have to like get along before you go along, right? Like, you want to get in, and sometimes you have to look the part. And whether you like it or not, that's just, it's so important. There's also a really interesting study done. This was years ago now, I remember. A guy from a bank was interviewing two candidates and being videoed. And he knew he was being videoed. And the first person came in, t-shirt and jeans, did the interview, left. Next person came in, suit, tie, top button done up, the whole thing. Finished the interview. And then the head of HR, whoever was doing the study, said, right, well, who would you hire? And they said, second person. And they're like, okay, well, how come? Answers were impeccable, beautiful, just content was great, clearly the best candidate for the job, no question. Okay, so they played the videos back. As it turns out, the second person's answers were dreadful. Just like poor content, wasn't great. The look on this hiring manager's face, couldn't believe it. First person, the jeans t-shirt thing, amazing answers. Crazy. And this person knew they were being videoed. And the really interesting thing is it does cloud your judgment, right? Like if someone rocks up looking the part, then, subconsciously people think that they're competent at their job. Maybe they're not competent, and stuff. It just gives you a really positive impression about someone. And so, given that that's how things work, give yourself the best opportunity. Where are you going for interview? Who's the client? How are they going to be dressed? Fit in. And, within that, absolutely there's place to bring your personality, whether you love wearing colorful shirts and this and that, there's always place for your personality. And it's important because, again, be yourself, but also don't turn up to an important meeting or an important interview dressed completely differently to the person that you're going to be meeting. It's really important. So these are the things that we can control, whether we like it or not. This is how the game works, and it's important to play. So love to hear your thoughts and comments, and please follow us on TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, all of that cool stuff. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Lewis Mallet, and speak all soon.